Yo, once again it's on. Back at you one more again, Realkenztv and the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share it. Subscribe to the channel. So anytime I bring you this action, this heat, you're amongst the first to receive. Now with no further ado, let's get into this afternoon's video, if you will. I like to start the video off before I get into the subject matter at hand, if you will, by addressing the haters. Who are the haters in your neighborhood? Your neighborhood. Your neighborhood. Who are the haters in your neighborhood? Hi, haters. You know what I mean? Seems like it's a whole lot of you all out there. You know what I mean? And obviously, I'm not talking about the people that tune in on a regular basis. And I'm definitely not talking about the people that don't agree with everything that I say. I'm talking about the straight haters. And I woke up this morning and woke up a little bit later than normal. You know, darn Dallas Cowboys, man. I take it hard when Dallas loses. You know, I take it harder than probably I should. Pause. Double pause. You know, but it was a tough game yesterday. And you know, go back to the drawing board and correct some things and get past it. But nevertheless, I jumped on, you know, online and what have you, and see several messages. Jay Williams shouted you out, man, and it's live. Jay Williams showed you big love, man. Jay Williams, let's live life. Got nothing but love for you, man. He shouted you out. So, you know, I got myself together and did all the things that you do in the morning, or the things that you're supposed to do. You know, wash your face and brush your teeth, and you know, your personal hygiene, things of that nature. And I went on and I watched this video, and yeah, he definitely did shout me out. So salute to Jay Williams, man. I definitely appreciate that, because he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do that. You know, I appreciated that he did it. But here's a guy that has well over 300,000 subscribers that tune in faithfully, that watch him faithfully. And so for him to do something like that, he said that someone had sent him one of my videos and he watched it. And like I said, he shouted me out. You know, Realkenztv, man. And I definitely appreciate that. It was kind of funny because he said, yeah, man, I think he's from Tennessee. I'm from Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. Home of the Wildcats, Kentucky Wildcats. You know, so. But nevertheless, man, it was a beautiful thing that he did. And, you know, I had someone leave a comment and say, it seems like all your views are coming off, you know, Jay Williams. As far as, you know, talking about Jay Williams. Let me explain something to this individual and to you all that may not know. YouTube is a very difficult, let me turn my air up, so I hope that the noise in the background is not too, you know, too loud. YouTube is a very difficult thing. You know, if you're not in the YouTube program or in the YouTube space, you're not really understanding of how difficult that it really is to do YouTube. The fact of the matter is, I don't remember the exact stat off the top of my head, but it's like 98, 90, maybe even 99% of the YouTube channels just don't make it. You know, because when you're a small channel, you can have the best content, you can have the best videos in the world, but guess what? If no one sees your videos, it's like, how will anyone know? Back in the day when they sold CDs and tapes and things of that nature, you could have the best record out. But if no one knows about your record, guess what? No one knows the talent that you have and how great this particular record or album is. Same with YouTube. If I put a video out, no one really knows who Realkenztv is at this point. So if I put a video out and that video is not taken off immediately or to YouTube's satisfaction, guess what? They take that video and put it on the back burner and go get the next video that someone else makes and put it out there. That's just life. It's business. It's business. YouTube is a business. The videos that they put out, they're going to put out the videos that's going to make them more money. So they're going to push that video and push it and push it and push it. Pause. So when you have an individual like Jay Williams who paid his dues, so it's just no knock on Jay Williams whatsoever, I'm just using him as an example. When you have an individual like Jay Williams, anytime he drops a video, YouTube knows that thousands upon thousands of people are going to view his video based on prior analytics, based on prior numbers. So they're going to continue to push his video out there to where a newer channel such as myself, you know, the rope is you know, it's not that long. But I understand it. You got to pay your dues. I accept it. I've only been making videos for I've only had my YouTube channel for 5.5 months. In the first month and a half, 2 months, I didn't even barely make long videos. Most of my videos were like YouTube shorts. But then I understood some things that I didn't know initially. So I kind of went away from the shorts and started focusing on the longer videos. It's trial and error. You know, I didn't have anybody come to me and say, hey, do it this way, do it that way. This is how you know, it's trial and error. So I'm still learning as I go. But I picked up a whole lot of knowledge since then. And while I still have a lot more to learn, I definitely understand a lot more. So when you say that I'm using Jay Williams to pick up views, it wasn't even like that. You know, when I made the first Jay Williams video, I seen a guy that I enjoy watching, and I seen people hating on him, and I just took it as I don't even want to say an opportunity. I just immediately jumped in and said, now hold on, you all. For the people that were hating, hold on, you all. Don't be so quick to judge this man, because you don't even know the circumstances. Being that I've been there before. I never really knew, I didn't look at it as, oh man, I'm gonna capitalize, excuse me, off of Jay Williams' downfall, or use Jay Williams' name to come up. I never viewed it like that. But theoretically, when you really think about it, I guess. See a whole lot of other YouTubers, they talk about scandals and you know, when a big celebrity has had problems or issues, or they get on here and talk about that particular individual. So I don't really see any big difference between the two. But it was never for money. I don't make any money off of YouTube. As I mentioned in one of my videos yesterday that I made, I eventually will. I'm close to it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm close to it. You know, you have to hit a certain threshold with YouTube. You have to have so many subscribers, and you have to have so many hours, thousands of hours of watch time. I'm very close to it. But I didn't use the Jay Williams situation in order to enhance my watched hours and my views. It just kind of happened. I will make a video, first video I made, and then I seen all the love that people were showing him, thanking me for showing him the love. So then I came back with another video, and then people started to ask questions, and there were certain things that people didn't understand, and I just feel like I could be that bridge to where, no, I don't know him, no, I haven't had to talk to him or the pleasure of talking to him, but I do understand that the situation where he was at and where he still is to a certain extent. Understand what he's going through, so I can relay what he's most likely thinking to you all that just don't know. And the more I made videos, people kept asking questions, and I continued to make videos. But at this point, he's out. He said that he's gonna, I'm not gonna tell you everything that he said in this video because I don't want to ruin it for you all that haven't seen it. But he did say, you know, he's gonna be focusing more on YouTube and making more content, videos and things of that nature. So me talking about Jay Williams at this point, you probably won't hear me make too many more Jay Williams videos. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I just wanted to be his voice when he didn't have a voice. You know, for the people that were hurt and confused and didn't know what was going on and you know, the trolls that was just talking crazy, I wanted to be that voice for him. Only because I've been in that situation. I didn't ask him for anything. I haven't tried to contact Jay Williams. I haven't asked anyone, hey, tell Jay Williams to get at me. I didn't send him my video. Someone else sent it to him. I never thought that he would see my video. He has so many people that watches his channel. Why would I think that he's seen any of my videos? We talking hundreds of thousands of views. Why would I think that he's seen my video? I was doing it out of love, straight love. I haven't, you know, hey Jay, man, let's get on the live. Let's do this together. I haven't done any of that. Now, if he got at me and wanted to do something like that, just mainly for my benefit, hey, then that would be something to talk about. But I understand that you got to get it from the mud, man. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's starting a business in life, whether it's starting a job, you know, whatever you're doing, you got to get it from the mud. Ain't nobody going to give you nothing in this world. And you accept help when it comes your way if it's good. If it's good, clean, you know what I mean, help, and there's no strings attached. And you're not going to have to hear about it every day after that. I made this person. If it wasn't for me, if it's good, you know, from the hard help, then you take it. Otherwise, man, you grind, you dig. And that's what I do. I put out content. Sometimes I barely get a whole lot of views. Hey, I appreciate the 12, 15, 20, 30, 50 views that I do get. You know, a lot of people know that back in the day, Master P was my favorite artist. He's not now because I'm grown. I like what he's doing as a businessman, but, you know, back in the day, he was my favorite artist. And P said that when he used to go on the road with Tupac and some of the West Coast artists, back then, they were already kind of making a name for themselves. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew Master P from, you know, Louisiana, New Orleans. And so he would get on stage. Sometimes he would get booed. Sometimes he would get on stage and nobody would even be paying attention. But he said he looked out into that crowd one time and he seen one person rocking to his music. Out of everybody, out of all the thousands of people that was in the crowd, he seen one person rocking to his music. And he said, that's when I knew that I was going to be successful. Because if you can get one, you can get 10. If you can get 10, you can get 100. If you get 100, you can get 1,000. If you get 1,000, you can get 10,000. And so on. You get 10,000, you get 100. 100,000. 100,000, you get 1,000,000. Think about people, man. People are different. Everybody's different. But a lot of people are the same. Everybody's different, but a lot of people are the same. Can't reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? So if one person likes my content, 9 times out of 10, somebody else is going to like it. Then somebody else is going to like it. Then somebody else is going to like it. So it takes time. No big deal. So like I said, Jay Williams is out to speak for himself now. You know, some of the things that he did mention in his video, same thing that I was already saying, and he said it. He said, man, Realkenztv was dead on point in the video that I watched. That's what he said. In the video that I'm assuming that he watched, I was talking about how people were asking, where's Jay Williams? I was like, I mean, he's probably, you know, spending time with his family, getting his life back in order, getting his money, getting his contracts situated. The last thing he's really thinking about doing is YouTube videos. Because you have to be motivated for this. You have to have the it's like a pedigree. When I make a video, sometimes I'm not always in the best of moods. Hell, my Cowboys lost yesterday, and I still made a video. But you have to, it's like you have to put yourself in a mindset of, okay, I can't get on here, being somber. I have to uplift people when I get on here. But I want to be real and genuine just as well. So with everything that he's dealing with, making a video was probably, wasn't at the top of his priority list. And he acknowledged that. Even though he said I'm from Tennessee, KY, baby, Kentucky. Once again, home of the Wildcats. Some would say home of the Cardinals. Louisville Cardinals. Shout out to Hustler Spirit, too. Hustler Spirit 502, man. Fleece Johnson. Big Lee. Man, y'all check out Hustler Spirit 502, man. Fleece Johnson. Big Lee. Great channel, man. Great content. I watch it every opportunity I get. Anytime Fleece Johnson, drops a video, I definitely check it out. And Big Lee, he's like the Vlad TV. He's asking the questions. He's he's moderating the situation. Very enjoyable channel, man. Real channel. And they out of Louisville, Kentucky, home of the Cardinals. You know what I mean? So y'all go check out that Hustle Spirit 502. But getting back to the subject at hand, Jay Williams, man, just is a solid dude. Made a mistake. He acknowledges he made a mistake by running. But he's stating in the video, you all just don't know, you just think you know. It's not anything that you think that it is. And in my opinion, the man should not be going back to prison. Been home for 10 years. Nearly 10 years. All the people he's helping the community, starting a business, a successful business, a very successful YouTube page, just doing the right thing. He had a mishap. He explained why he ran. So I just don't feel like people should just be so quick to persecute him. That's been the whole, every video that I've made is speaking about that, persecuting the man. And he hasn't even been found guilty. Yeah, but he ran. Okay. He ran and he acknowledged that. And he owned that. He owned that. I ran. I shouldn't have. I regret it. But I knew that once they took me into jail, man, it's so hard for me to get out. They don't want to give me a bond. They're going to say I'm a flight risk. They're going to say I'm dangerous. I can understand that. Me personally, I wouldn't have ran. But we're all different. I can understand that. Jail's terrible, especially when you've been there before and you know what it is. You know what you're going to. And you've been out here in this beautiful world with your kids and your wife and, making money, being able to go eat whenever, wherever you want. Take a nice shower in your nice house and you got several different vehicles you can, jump in and out of. You got your own business. Man, I have to go back to this. So now you start visualizing, you start seeing things in your mind, and nobody wants to go back to jail, man. Nobody wants to go back to prison, I'm telling you. You see YouTubers such as myself and Jay and other people jump on here and talk about prison, man, that is a nightmare. Prison is a nightmare. I know, don't put yourself in a situation where you can go, man. Life happens, man. Well, I agree, don't put yourself in a situation where you can go, but sometimes, things just happen. And you find yourself once again in that situation. So you just have to deal with it the best way that you can. And, I commend the guy. He seems like he's trying to get back to his normal self. But at the end of the day, man, his case is in his mind. It's never going anywhere until it's over with. So he's going to have other days to where he doesn't feel like doing videos. There's nothing against you all. He loves you all. He said it. But just the thought of possibly going back to prison and having to go through all that again, like, that's just, it's terrible. Prison is awful. I'm scared to death to go back to prison. Not afraid of the inmates, not afraid of, it's just the fact of being separated and the disappointment that my family and kids and, you know, people that really love and care about me would feel again. I'm terrified. I do not want to go back to prison. So that's why I do everything, and I'm not perfect, but I do everything that I could possibly do to abide by the law. That's just me. So if y'all haven't seen that Jay Williams Let's Live Life live video that he dropped, man, y'all go check it out. Someone said that it was on his second channel. I don't know what channel it's on. It just popped up for me, and I didn't really pay attention. As far as, I just assumed it was on his, you know, regular channel. But he definitely did drop a video. It's not a reload. Couldn't really talk about the case, and he talked about the fact that he couldn't talk about the case. Like, as much as I want to get on here and say this and explain to you what really happened, I can't. I'm probably saying too much now. I never hit my wife. I never assaulted my kids. I didn't even know anything about an assault charge. They just added it at the last minute. And once again, the same thing that I said that prosecutors are notorious for doing. It's called overcharging people. They will overcharge you in a heartbeat because they want a conviction. If I know that you only did A, and I'm charging you with A, but I'm going to come back and add B, C, D, E, F, and G solely because I can, just so that I can get the max out of you for charge A that you initially committed. So I can get the max out of you for charge A by overloading you with additional charges. So now it looks like you facing 50 years, and it's like, I can't go to trial with this. So here, let me take this 5 years, which is the max that you would get for charge A. They do that all the time, and they get away with it. So when people are like, oh, well, would you support him if he did hit his wife, if he did do this to his kid? Man, but he didn't. So it shouldn't really even be a question that matters. He didn't do that. Now, by chance, if any man hits his wife or his kids, I don't condone that. So no, I'm not gonna, you know, dive head first out the window for him. Because I don't condone beating women. I don't condone beating anyone. But he didn't do that. So it's really irrelevant. I'm not sitting up here saying that the man is totally innocent. I'm just sitting up here saying, man, don't just judge people and don't write a person off simply because that person made a mistake. That's all that I've ever said. And that's all that I'll continue to say about anybody. Like I said, there's not going to be too many more Jay Williams videos, you know, because he's out to speak for himself now. You feel me? He's out to speak for himself. He can, you know, I was just a voice for the voiceless for a short amount of time. Realkenztv, you know, we have other content that we talk about. It's not just prison. We talk about entertainment. We talk about rappers. We talk about, I used to form entertainment, rappers. We talk about, you know, a whole plethora of things. Current events that's happening in the news. Definitely sports. NBA is getting ready to start, so the LeBron James saga, the LeBron James hate will continue. That's my guy, LeBron James. No, he's not better than Jordan. To me, he's not better than Kobe, but right now, LeBron James is my favorite player. It has been for quite some time. So I'm sure that the LeBron James hate will, you know, it'll continue. So like I said, we talk about a lot of different things. I don't glorify prison. Hate prison. Hate it. Sometimes I don't even want to talk about different prison stories because I'm no longer in prison. But I put this message out there for the youth and the younger people, really anybody. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to reach the younger people faster than you're gonna reach a 30-year-old. He's 30, man. He's already made up his mind. The younger people, man, they still got an opportunity and still have a chance to do the right thing. So when I put these messages out there, it's for you all to actually see these things and think about them like, whoa, I don't think I want to go do that, man. Real Ken said this. You don't want to go to prison, man. You do not want to go to prison. That's why Fleece Johnson, Hustle Spirit 502 that I was telling you about earlier, that's why they put these stories out. To deter any young person from making that mistake, man. These things happen. We're not on here just making up stuff. And you have some viewers that are, you know, probably do the, well, not viewers, but YouTubers, they probably do the most for views. I don't believe half that stuff they talking about. I just don't. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I just, you know, when you're in prison, man, unless you somewhere that's super max or just a maximum, man, stuff don't happen like that just every single day. You know, you got a couple things that might happen from time to time where you can get on here and tell a story about. But these guys are just telling like hundreds of stories, and I just don't believe it. But hey, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? We worry about Realkenztv over here, so, you know, have at it. I'm not going to make up any stories. I've done over 10 years in the Department of Corrections in the state of Kentucky. I easily could make up stories if I wanted to, easily. But for what? That ain't even being real. It's not being genuine. It's not going to last if it's not genuine. So hopefully, man, y'all go check that Jay Williams out. Like I said, Jay Williams Live. It's a nice video, nice content. Gave you a whole hour. He was answering people's questions. Responding to people's comments, but only the positive ones. Negative, he ain't had time for it. I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? You catch me on the right day, though, I will go back and forth with you, you know, a few times. It just depends on how I feel that day. Realkenztv, man. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel. Anytime I bring you this action, this heat, you're amongst the first to receive it. Shout out to Irene too, man. One of my biggest supporters. Every time I drop a video, man, she's right there, man. You know, leaving me positive comments, positive stories, you know, that she has seen firsthand. I'm gonna start doing more shout outs, but she pops up in my mind initially because she leaves me so many positive messages. And I appreciate each and every one of you all that tune in to see my channel, because you don't have to. There's plenty of other channels and content you could be watching, but you choose to watch me, and I'm definitely appreciative of it, and I'll forever have gratitude for you all. I don't care how big, how large my channel may become. I get 500,000 people. I'm always going to remember the Irenes and other people, and I'm going to shout them out just as well. Future videos. I'm always going to remember you all. Trap Talk Blue, man. Y'all go check him out. He's out of Detroit. Trap Talk Blue, man. Y'all go check him out, man. He's a real funny guy, man. He does movies. He talks about real life, current events. He talks about just whatever's going on. He's gonna talk about it. Trap Talk Blue, man. Y'all go check him out of Detroit, Michigan. We out.